Hi guys, I really like the band The Dave Clark Five. I find a lot of their songs ridiculously catchy. I really like their sound and voices, especially Mike Smith, who is the lead vocalist. He just has this deep, raspy voice, which I just love. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking a bit about the band, and at the end of the video, I'm going to be listing my top 10 songs by them. The Dave Clark Five, aka the DC5, were an English rock and roll band formed in 1958 in Tottenham, London. The classic lineup were the leader and drummer Dave Clark, who was also the manager for the band, lead vocalist and on keyboards Mike Smith, guitarist Lenny Davison,
bassist Rick Huxley,
and Dennis Payton on saxophone. In January 1964, the group had their first UK top 10 single with Glad All Over, which knocked the Beatles' I Wanna Hold Your Hand off the top of the singles chart. It came in at number 6 in the US. Their cover of Bobby Day's Over and Over came in at number 1 in the US on Christmas Day in 1965, but only peaked at number 45 in the UK. The DC5 had 12 top 40 hits in the UK between 1964 to 67 and 17 in the US. They were the second group of the British Invasion to appear on The Ed Sullivan Show and went on to have 18 appearances on the show, more than any other British Invasion group. Excluding a few of their songs, the group didn't follow the psychedelic trend, and their popularity ended in the US in 1967, although they continued to get hits in the UK. The group disbanded in 1970, although Dave Clark and a few of the former members continued as Dave Clark and Friends until 1973. In 2008, the band were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by Tom Hanks. Sadly, Mike Smith died a few days before the induction. The DC5 were among one of the biggest bands of the British Invasion, but unfortunately I don't really hear them talked about enough now, which is very surprising considering how good they were and all the hits that they had. I know a lot of people I know have never even heard of the Dave Clark Five, which is a shame, but I'm now going to list my top 10 favourite songs, so if you haven't heard of them before, you should definitely check them out. At number 10, I have Having a Wild Weekend. I love the oohs in this song. They always remind me of Paul McCartney. I think it's a really catchy, upbeat song that always makes me want to dance. At number 9, I have Can't You See That She's Mine, a really catchy rock song which I got into after a few seconds of hearing it. At number 8, I have Because, a beautiful ballad which is said to be on about the same melodic level as all but the best of the early Beatle compositions. At number 7, I have Glad All Over. I think this song has a great Mersey sound. It was the second highest single in the UK in 1964 after the Beatles' Can't Buy Me Love. At number 6, I have Over and Over, another very catchy song. The part pulled me straight in. I love that bit, it's just so catchy. And I also love the harmonica part. They do play the harmonica in quite a few of their songs, which is great to hear. I really love all the instruments that they play. I love a band that has a saxophone as well. At number 5, I have Catch Us If You Can. Again, another ridiculously catchy song. I was pulled in by the and I also love the chorus. I think this band just have a really clever way of just creating a sound that's just so catchy and just pulls you in immediately. At number 4, I have Bits and Pieces. This came in at number 2 in the UK and 4 in the US. Their repeated bits and pieces is the catchy pull-in part for me in this song. I also love them performing this one live to see them stamping to the beat. At number 3, I have Like It Like That. Although this one wasn't written by them, I love Mike's voice in this one. I just really like his voice. It's been described as this rich, raspy baritone voice, which really comes through in this song. At number 2, I have Do You Love Me? This is another cover version which became their first charting single. This was the first song I heard from the group and has remained a high favourite of mine. And at number 1 I have You Got What It Takes. This is a cover of Marv Johnson's soul hit. I remember clearly hearing this song for the first time. I was taken straight away by Mike's voice and the sound, and I remember it completely distracting me from what I was doing. I completely stopped what I was doing because I just needed to know who was singing this song, and it was after this that I became a fan of the band. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you're a fan of the Dave Clark 5 and some of your favourite songs, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!